The family of a man tasered to death for jaywalking is now getting $4.5 million. His body is panicking because it is shutting down. He is dying. Let's put up the picture full mass here. All right, 36 years of age. He died in custody. San Mateo County, or where the deputies work. Chinedu Okobi was tasered for jaywalking in 2018. We are now finally getting the footage. Let me give you a background to the altercation. This happened October 3rd, 2018 at about 1 p.m. Okobi encountered first Deputy Joshua Wang, who was on patrol. As Wang was driving, he saw Mr. Okobi briskly walking across the street, but he was not in designated crosswalk area. Okobi did not respond to Mr. Wang, according to court documents, and crossed the street. Officer Wang at that point radioed for, and I quote, all available police. Are you hearing me? All available police to come as quickly as possible. For what? Because a black man is walking across the street? No. That's not why. It's because the black man did not acknowledge Officer Wang. And Officer Wang got mad. He got upset. And he said, all available police officers, I need you to come for this jaywalking incident. There's more. Mr. Okobi and the deputies engaged in a momentary tussle where one of the deputies is seen holding onto his shirt. As Okobi ran around in a circular motion, the deputies deployed their tasers, which struck Mr. Okobi, sending him to the ground. As Okobi is on the ground in the middle of the street with traffic passing by, the 5 deputies continued to deploy their tasers over and over again on Mr. Okobi. Several officers are seen in bystander video piled on top of Mr. Okobi as he is handcuffed. Deputies can be heard struggling to control him as he faintly says, I can't breathe. After Okobi is handcuffed, the deputies call for paramedics. Deputies can be heard repeatedly saying, is he breathing? Watch his breathing. Roll him on his side. At 1:13 p.m., paramedics arrive on the scene. Mr. Okobi died on the way to the hospital after suffering from cardiac arrest following physical exertion, physical restraint, and recent electromuscular disruption, according to the autopsy report. Let's put up the DA, right? San Mateo County District Attorney, his name is Stephen Wagstaff, cleared all officers, said all of them bear no responsibility here, saying Deputy Wang was acting lawfully and with proper motivation to enhance the safety of pedestrians and motorists. The family's lawsuit, May 31st, 2019. Okobi's family filed a pair of lawsuits against San Mateo County over the in-custody death. The New York Times reports the county and Okobi's family reached a settlement of $4.5 million, right? Now, and let me make one correction. There's another story where the man said he had a heart issue and was still tasered. This is not one of them. Here's the thing. There are some people who will say, well, should have just complied and leave it at that. There's a wisdom in the compliance argument, but there's a deeper wisdom in the ultimate right argument. Do you really believe that a man should die because he was jaywalking? You do realize jaywalking typically is not by way of custom an arrestable offense. Yeah, you don't get arrested for jaywalking. Now, is it allowable? Of course it is. It is within the context of the statutory language. It's also legal for you to go to jail for speeding. It is legal for you to go to jail for breaking the speed limit by 1 mile per hour. That's legal. But if somebody did that to you, if a cop decided to give you a ticket because you were going 61 in a 60, and he said, instead of me giving you this ticket, which by the way is in lieu of bail, that's what the ticket is. He says, I'm going to exercise the authority that I have and just go ahead and take you to jail for going 1 mile per hour over the speed limit. All of that is legal. That's basically what the DA is saying. The DA is saying, well, based on the statute, based on the law, it's illegal to jaywalk. So the officer was well within his right to engage this man for the high crime of jaywalking. You know what's interesting? The same DA who refuses to prosecute these cops for what they did to this man. The crime of jaywalking is such a petty crime that his office refuses to prosecute them. Isn't that something? His office will not prosecute jaywalking crimes. But a whole human being is dead due to something that he would never prosecute. Rickey, sad. What are your thoughts on this?
Make it make sense. The math ain't mathing. It's just our pure existence is always in the question when it comes to black and brown folks. And I'm looking at the video and seeing all of those officers surround that man. They could have grabbed him. They could have sat him down. They could have had a conversation with him. Could have been calm. They could have treated him just like they would have treated a white man had he walking the street. I think we have to do something in policing to get rid of the gang mentality. For you to call all of those officers, you could have walked over and had a conversation with that man just one-on-one, saying, hey man, for your safety, we were gonna ask you not to jaywalk or whatever. And you could have held him in, for like, hey, I'm just holding you right now because I need to have this conversation, or here's a warning, or here's a ticket, or don't do that again, or whatever. And the man ended up dead. And the sad part about it is all of them feel justified in their actions.
Yep.
To lose their life. I never saw any remorse, not from what I've seen of any police officers that have killed somebody, black or brown. No, absolutely no remorse, and all of them feel justified and with their chest stuck out, and a lot of them get raises and go on to become police chiefs and everything else. It seems like if you kill somebody black or brown, you become the damn police chief. Excuse my language.
Yep, but that's true. And there's this very sick practice, Rickey. When a cop kills somebody, they will bend part of their badge back. It's one of these things they do internally as a trophy. And the more your badge is bent, the more bodies you have. It's the equivalent of a gangster putting a tear under his eye when he has a body on him, right? Same mindset.